What if you only had to own one car for your entire life? Not because you just didn't want a different one, but because the one you had just refused to die. Sounds pretty good? I mean, not for me. I've owned more cars than I have birthdays. My name is Brad and I'm addicted to buying cars. Today, we're going to be taking a look at 21 of the most reliable cars ever made. So sit back, relax, buckle up. It's showtime. Let's go. You guys, I parked this beast next to a Lambo and someone asked, which one's faster? And I said, mine. This is a 700 horsepower GTR, Bayside Blue, full bolt-ons, carbon, everything. And the best part, well, you can win it. All you gotta do is go to winthisIdealcar.com, buy some ideal gear or grab digital entries, and you're in the running for not only this car, but $10,000 cash. Do it now before the Lambo driver asks for a rematch. Click the link in the pinned first comment down below and get entered for a limited time. The Toyota Prius may be the laughingstock of the car enthusiasts, but it might be a little bit unjustified because almost all Prii or Priuses land hundreds of thousands of miles before retiring.
Here we go! Oh!
The Prius promised to shape the future of transportation, and it did. Toyota slapped in a reliable four-cylinder and paired it with a hybrid drive system that was built for both reliability and durability. Unlike other green-thumbed hybrids at the time, the Prius was able to provide a bit of practicality too. But while these other hybrids will die out around the six-figure range, Priuses were built to last a lot longer. Owners report passing 200 or even 300,000 miles, and then they get turned into Ubers and taxis. But if you want a bit more practicality, take a look at the Toyota 4Runner, which I've linked to in the description below using Auto Tempest, as well as all these other cars, so go check them out. And unlike the Prius, the 4Runner runs only on dinosaur juice. While the 4Runner does sacrifice fuel economy, it will sure last as long as a Prius. And if you want to venture off the beaten path, you might get yourself in a predicament in a Prius, but not a 4Runner. They were built for exploring the world. Take it off-road, up a mountain, or even river crossing. 4Runners with hundreds of thousands of miles on the clock love adventure. These rigs will plow through just about any terrain. So just imagine how easily they handle pavement. But 4Runners, well, they don't have a third row. And if you gotta haul around a whole family or a bunch of friends,
It's just one.
a Chevy Suburban might be the way to go. The Suburban has been around for generations, 12 to be specific, perfecting the recipe of a large three-row SUV with each generation. Suburbans are known to be absolute tanks, no matter which generation you choose. Since 1934, GM has pumped out Suburbans without a single break in production. And millions of Americans are logging miles each and every day because their Suburbans just won't quit. Over 6% of all Suburbans on the road in the US today have over 200,000 miles or more. So there's a good chance yours is gonna last. From new to old, just about any Suburban will be ready to trudge down the road for hundreds of thousands of miles. But if you really prefer cars from the other side of the pond, then maybe a Toyota Sequoia is more your speed. While the Sequoia might not be as fuel efficient as the 4Runner or the Prius, it is even more practical and even more reliable than those other Toyotas. Whether you're taking your boat out to the lake or road tripping across the country, the Toyota Sequoia is a solid choice thanks to its roomy interior and powerful V8 engine. And thanks to its Toyota namesake, you know that it's gonna be reliable. Even Scotty Kilmer thinks that the Sequoia is the best SUV to buy. But some people might not think that the Sequoia has enough luxury. So why not just choose the Lexus GX470? The Lexus GX470 is essentially a luxurious Sequoia. Lexus takes what makes the Sequoia so reliable and then line it with luxuries. From heated leather seats to a wood-wrapped steering wheel, the GX470 doesn't cut corners, and today they go for big money. For good reason too, because they outlive most of the cars on the road today. While the Lexus GX470 might be one of the most reliable SUVs, the Toyota Land Cruiser just edges it out. The Land Cruiser has been Toyota's top dog SUV for generations, and that's for very good reason. The Cruiser brought civilians the utility of a military vehicle mixed with the luxuries of a leather-lined interior, and they paired it with an unassuming exterior. While it rivals the likes of the Mercedes G-Wagon and the Range Rover, Land Cruiser does it in a much more unassuming way. Like its competitors, it carries a hefty starting price north of $85,000. But you get what you pay for, and that is reliability with some luxuries mixed in too. The next car ditches complicated luxuries for simplistic reliability, and that's the air-cooled Volkswagen Beetle. Slug bug. Yeah, that's right. Herbie the Love Bug makes its way onto our list of most reliable cars. With simple maintenance, these Beetles will outlast all of the cockroaches. The reason that these are so reliable is because they are super simplistic, and they seem to reproduce at an unkillable rate. Volkswagen has made over 21 million Beetles, so parts are plentiful and the cars are easy to keep on the road. But if it does break down, well, you can fit it in the bed of this next one to get it home with the Ford F-250 Super Duty. There's one name that you need to know when it comes to the Ford F-250, and that is Power Stroke. These Power Stroke diesel engines were built for anything. That is, if you avoid the 2003 to 2011 model years, those aren't half as reliable as the newer or the older models. With simple maintenance, these trucks can easily crest the 500,000 mile mark, and do it while hauling tens of thousands of pounds. Since it's a truck capable of hauling, you would think that this big F-250 wouldn't be fuel efficient, but you'd be wrong because the F-250 is capable of mid to upper 20 miles per gallon. So not only can it haul, get decent gas mileage, but also run for a ton of miles. Just make sure that you stay away from the 03 to 11 6 and 6.4 liter versions, or if you're more of a Mopar guy, then look for a Dodge Ram 2500. You know how Ford's Power Stroke was built by International? Well, Dodge and Ram have a different diesel engine supplier, a better one too, Cummins. The juggernaut of semi-truck motors, and those things log hundreds of thousands of miles every year. Over their lifetime, Cummins engines can run for millions of miles actually, and the Dodge Ram 2500 could land higher on this list if it wasn't for one thing: transmissions. Unfortunately, just about every year of the truck's transmissions can become an issue, well before they reach that 500,000 mile marker that the engine can do. But if you can scoop one up with good maintenance history or with upgraded transmission parts installed, Rams are lined with some of the coolest tech of any trucks out there on the road today. But if you decide to get the gas Hemi version, you might just be left disappointed. So if you want a capable and reliable truck in both gas and diesel, look no further than the Chevrolet Silverado. Whether you get a gas-powered version or the diesel-powered Duramax, the Silverado 2500 crowns itself as the most reliable truck from the big three. While they are all very reliable and capable of hundreds of thousands of miles, the Silverado has a reliable gas and diesel option, which make it perfect for the long haul. GM's gas-fired V8s are some of the greatest engine platforms of all time for both power and reliability, but the Duramax rivals itself with both the Power Stroke and the Cummins engines. But if any of these three trucks are just too big for you, and if you want a smaller, reliable SUV, a Honda CR-V might be perfect. When Honda built the CR-V, durability was the first thing on its list. It's so durable that even whistling diesel won't touch one. The engine isn't all that powerful, but racers like taking these engines out and strapping a turbo on them because they are way overbuilt. So if you leave it stock, you're sure to rack up hundreds of thousands of miles with simple maintenance. The available all-wheel drive makes the CR-V a perfect car for any climate. And finding parts is easy as they've made millions, and after their use, they sit in junkyards for years just waiting for a donor to pick away its guts. Now, our next car on this list almost never makes its way to a junkyard because Ford Crown Vics seem to always find a way to be useful. I'm sure you've seen a Crown Victoria or two in your rearview mirror in your life. Most of the time you'll see them in yellow or white, sometimes black or blue, but most Crown Vics started life out in the hands of our general public or in the hands of the law. And after retiring, taxi companies pick them up and drive them into the ground, racking up hundreds of thousands of miles before they die. Crown Vics are powered by Ford's modular 4.6 liter V8s, known to just never quit. Since they're rear-wheel drive, they slay tires too. They're one of the most fun and reliable cars to ever roam this earth. And they can be had for cheap. But big-bodied American sedans not really your thing? Well, I present you the Honda Accord. While it might not be the most exciting or the most beautiful, it was built to last. Parts are cheap to produce and they withstand hundreds of thousands of miles before needing to be serviced or replaced. And when they need looking after, service bills typically come in thousands lower than most of its competitors. So if you want a basic car that will get you from point A to point B cheaply, a Honda Accord might just be your best bet. But if you want to get there cheaper, then a Honda Civic might even be a better bet. A Honda Civic is a smaller Accord, poised to rival the likes of the Toyota Corolla. But come here, if you ask me, Honda does it better. From the get-go, Honda set out to create a simple car made for frugal people, and the Civic executes that beautifully. Many last hundreds of thousands of miles without fail. From new to old tech models have just impressed us each and every gen. And there's even a 2022 Civic that's already surpassed 240,000 miles without any major service. And yes, I did just say a 2022 Civic in 2022 with over 240,000 miles. So I'm sure you'll be fine driving your excessive 15,000 miles every calendar year. But if a Civic is just a little too small and you need a truck, who is the king of the hill? Well, that honor goes to the Toyota Tundra. And yeah, I know, another Toyota, and a Toyota sitting atop all other trucks, but that is for very good reason. The Tundra pairs a dead reliable 4.7-liter V8 with a basic and simple style. Both the interior and exterior are built with usability in mind, but they didn't just stop there. They added durability to everything. If you get into an accident, you'll probably be able to drive away. If you want to haul a spaceship, sure, go ahead. The Tundra has already done that. Yes, it is the yes man of pickups. It might not be the most powerful, it's definitely not the most luxurious or even the most fuel efficient, but it is the most dead reliable truck on the market. And that's what this list is all about. What if you want the most reliable diesel? Well, it has to go to Mercedes-Benz and the 240D. You see, the Mercedes 240D is the king of diesels. Sure, it's underpowered and underwhelming, but this list is, again, all about reliability, and the 240D brings it out in spades. The 67 horsepower, yes, 67 horsepower isn't anything to write home about, but the 70s and 80s 240D is very likely to get you home each and every time, and it will get you over 25 gallons doing it. The reliable engine paired with its luxurious interior and durable chassis make the 240D one of the most reliable cars of all time, and it's become a cult classic too. So today might just be the best time to buy one of these gems and rack up some miles before they become too desirable. I'd recommend another car called the 240, but this time it's from Volvo. And buy one while you can. See, the Volvo 240 is not overly complicated or even posh like the Mercedes. It is simplistic. Gives you a basic platform paired with an engine that is proven to last and easy to maintain. These cars are not only durable, but also safe, as Volvo pioneered the headrest, crumple zone, and a 3-point seat belt that we use in cars today. Volvo built these cars with safety in mind, and the durability just seemed to follow. But let's be honest, a Volvo 240 isn't the nicest of cars or even all that new. So what if you want something much newer with a bit more space? Check out the Toyota Highlander. While it's not the biggest or the fastest or even the most economical, Toyota has engineered the Highlander to withstand the toughest conditions.
Oh my God!
No, not that, kids. The Highlander isn't just durable for the kiddos, but also for you as a driver too. Because with simple fluid changes, these will haul you in upwards of 500,000 miles without fail. Today, you will find both taxis and Ubers trading in their Priuses and Crown Vics in for Highlanders. Their track record has been basically flawless. You can't go wrong with one. Unless you're focused more on efficiency, then a Lexus ES300 might just be for you. When Lexus came out with the ES300, the car world was rocked. Not only did the ES300 stun us with its brilliant interior, but as time went on, it surprised us with its reliability, which proved to outlast all of its competition. Lexus ES300s do almost anything to avoid junkyards. They never leave you stranded, and if they break, they're a breeze to fix. The mid-size sedan that Lexus had created was a winner right off the showroom floor. But it isn't until a few 100,000 miles where the ES300 really shines bright. But while the Lexus ES300 is dead reliable, it's not the best of the brand. That title goes to the Lexus LS400. The Lexus LS400 was the first Lexus ever. Typically, cars need a few years in production to work out the kinks, but not so with the LS400. Engineers and scientists worked with a budget of $1 billion to create a masterpiece. At the time, all luxury cars were built as if they had to be less reliable than their basic versions. Then the LS400 came along and changed everything. It proved that you can have your cake and eat it too. It wielded reliability and luxury in a way that has never been done before. And it forged a trail that opened paths for other car makers to follow. While the Lexus LS400 is one of the most reliable cars ever, it might not be the most reliable car ever. That honor has to go to the Volvo P1800. That's right, the Volvo P1800 takes the cake as the most reliable car ever. While it is not the most mass-produced, the P1800 sure is the most reliable. There are multiple owners who have logged over 2 million miles. Yes, you heard that right, 2 million with a 2. A Volvo P1800 is in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the highest mileage non-commercial privately owned vehicle on the planet because of the 3.25 million miles that it amassed since leaving the factory. Unfortunately, the owner passed away, but the car was gifted to Volvo and they still drive it today. So if you want a car that lasts tens of years and hundreds of thousands of miles, any of the cars on this list should easily be able to make that happen. Let us know if we missed any in the comments below, and since it's an idealist video, my pick would be the 4Runner. I just love the off-road capability of it, the fact that you can seat 5 comfortably, and it's big, so it's gonna be fun to drive a lot of miles. What would you pick? Let us know in the comments below. Also, since you enjoyed this idealist video, check this one out here, or what YouTube recommends you watch down here. Also, please like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. And I'm Brad, this is Ideal, and promise me one thing, keep living the ideal lifestyle.